reduces anxiety better than scrolling social media. In moments of stress, the mind naturally searches for relief. For many people today, that relief often comes in the form of scrolling, endless feeds of images, videos, and information. At first, it feels like distraction. But soon, the mind becomes even more fragmented, more restless, and more overstimulated. Painting offers a completely different response to anxiety. Instead of scattering attention, it gathers it. Instead of increasing stimulation, it gently organizes it. This difference is not just psychological, it is deeply neurological. When a person scrolls through social media, the brain is exposed to rapid, unpredictable shifts in content. Each swipe delivers a new stimulus, a new image, a new emotion, a new piece of information. This activates the brain's reward system in quick bursts, especially dopamine pathways associated with novelty and anticipation. However, this constant novelty can overwhelm the attention system. The mind begins to seek more and more stimulation while becoming less satisfied with any single moment. Over time, this can increase anxiety, restlessness, and difficulty focusing. Painting works in the opposite direction. When someone begins to paint, the brain is guided into sustained attention. There is no rapid switching of content. Instead, there is continuity, one surface, one process, one evolving image. This steady focus allows the nervous system to settle. As attention stabilizes, the brain's stress response begins to reduce activity. The body shifts away from fight or flight mode and into a calmer parasympathetic state. Breathing slows, muscular tension decreases, the mind becomes less reactive. Unlike scrolling, painting also engages the sensory and motor systems in a grounded way. The hand moves deliberately, the eye observes carefully, the mind makes decisions at a slower, more reflective pace. This creates a rhythm that supports regulation rather than overload. Another important difference lies in agency. On social media, content is largely consumed passively. The user reacts to what appears on the screen. In painting, the user creates the content. This shift from passive consumption to active creation has a significant psychological impact. It restores a sense of control, which is often weakened during periods of anxiety. Control, in this context, does not mean perfection. It means participation. The ability to influence what unfolds in front of you, even in small ways, signals safety to the brain. Painting also encourages what neuroscientists call flow state, a condition where attention is fully absorbed in a meaningful task. In flow, self-critical thoughts often decrease because the brain is focused on doing rather than judging. Time feels slower, and internal noise becomes quieter. Scrolling rarely produces this state. It fragments attention too quickly for deep engagement to form. There is also an emotional processing difference. Social media often amplifies comparison, seeing curated lives, achievements, and images that can unconsciously trigger self-evaluation. Painting removes comparison from the equation. The canvas does not compete. It simply responds. In this space, expression becomes personal rather than comparative. The mind is no longer measuring itself against others, but reconnecting with its own inner rhythm. Over time, choosing painting over scrolling can help retrain the brain's reward system. Instead of seeking constant external stimulation, the mind begins to find satisfaction in slower, deeper engagement. This shift supports emotional stability and reduces anxiety triggers. This does not mean social media is inherently harmful, but it does highlight a key difference. One system fragments attention, while the other restores it. Painting becomes a kind of quiet intervention, a way of telling the nervous system that it is safe to slow down, observe, and create. And in that slowing down, the mind often finds what it was searching for all along, not more information, but more peace.